You guys, vitamin B1, that's what we need to be talking about. If you have IBS, if you have POTS, if you have chronic fatigue syndrome, if you have Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, just a lot of exhaustion, a lot of fatigue, we need to be talking about B1 because I have put all of my friends onto this. I have put my clients onto this as a nutritional therapist. I am seeing people who have had chronic constipation for years finally have normal bowel movements. I am seeing people who have been so chronically fatigued for years finally have energy within days of taking like a proper dose of vitamin B1. And I just think the research on this, especially with IBS, is really interesting. There's some research that suggests that people with IBS need more B1. But here's what people aren't talking about because it's so clickbaity, right? So clickbaity for me to say, here's this vitamin you've never heard of and it'll change your whole life and all you have to do is go take a supplement. Why are we all so collectively low in B1? That is the real question we need to be asking. Because again, it's very clickbaity, it gets views, it goes viral. If I say, oh, here's the supplement you've never heard of and all you have to do is take this pill and it's going to change your life. Very attractive, very attractive. Why are we all so low in B1? B1 is a vitamin that we would get naturally from like, I guess, grains. And B1's kind of difficult to get in. But in my opinion, we are all burning up our B1 for many reasons. One, most people have blood sugar dysregulation. When your blood sugar is running too high, you are going to burn through your B1. They found type 2 diabetics they're like excreting more B1 because your blood sugar is running too high. And this is what people don't want to hear. Everyone wants to hear, oh, take this supplement, take this magic supplement, it's going to fix your problems. And I've seen this supplement change people's lives. I'm not trying to gatekeep, but I am just telling you, you also have to get curious. Why am I low in B1? Because when your blood sugar is chronically high, because you don't walk or lift weights or eat enough fiber, eat enough protein, your B1 is going to be in the toilet. 2, fungus, candida, yeast overgrowth, this depletes your B1. And the fact that all of these people with fibromyalgia, people with chronic fatigue syndrome, people with Hashimoto's, people with hypothyroidism, people with constipation, all of these people are noticing benefits of B1. Y'all have fungus, y'all have candida, and it is so common. So why do you have candida? Oh, now we're getting into the good questions. Y'all, this is a root cause approach. You have to ask why until you can't ask why anymore. I had reoccurring candida and fungal overgrowth. Oh my gosh, well, that causes yeast infections. That can cause tons of digestive issues, acne. Well, the reason I had candida is because I lived in a moldy house for 18 years. I had chronic stress and trauma, which suppresses the immune system, which allows for candida to pop off, to proliferate. I've been on tons of antibiotics, which kills off the good gut bacteria, which allows for candida to proliferate and pop off. Do we see that we can't just take a vitamin and expect it to heal all of our issues? Anyways, I still love B1, but we need to ask the question, why are we all collectively so low? Also, alcoholism, that is another thing that will deplete your B1. So these are just my thoughts that I feel like I have nowhere to share, my niche thoughts about vitamin B1 that I feel like no one in my life really cares. So I really hope you found this interesting because I already know I'm going to get a ton of questions on the brand that I use, the dose that I use. At the end of the day, like there's different forms, there's different doses that work for different people. So it can require some trial and error. This is not medical advice. Educational purposes only. This is the Life Extension brand. They are a professional supplement line. This has 250 milligrams per capsule. I notice a difference when I take usually 3 capsules. So that's a mega dose. That's like 750 milligrams a day of B1. That is a dose of B1 you would never find in nature. I'm typically like a food is medicine person first. I want to get as many nutrients from food as possible, but you would never find that amount of B1 in nature. This is a pharmacological dose. So do with this what you will. If you notice a difference, in my opinion, okay, if you notice a difference taking B1 pretty quick, like you'll notice it. A lot of supplements, you don't notice an immediate difference. I have seen in my friends, clients, myself, I'll notice a difference within 4 or 5 days of taking B1, truly. And I noticed it mostly like as someone who struggled with constipation. Almost immediately has helped me with constipation, fatigue, mental clarity, like a lot, like the mental sharpness I have when I'm taking B1. But it's just evidence. To me, the fact that this is working for me is evidence but I still have fungus and I still have candida, which is likely for me tied to nervous system dysregulation, mold. And that you can't, like, to me, the supplement is very helpful, but you also have to ask, like, why, like, let's get curious why this is helping so many people, because y'all have fungus, okay?